Well, hello there. How are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for checking out this video today. If you're new here, hi, my name's Audrey, and I am a psychic medium. I am, and that's kind of my perspective on life, is through spirits and the invisible realm that we live in. So welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Bryan Kohberger situation, which, well, we'll get into it. But first, please go ahead, hit that like button. It's right down there. Hit the subscribe button, you guys. Please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. You can always change your mind later, which I hope you won't. And then you can share the video, share it on all your social media. You can email it or text it to your friend. And I have a big fat cat right here, and he's upset because I'm yelling. I'm sorry, Marshmallow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. And then right over there, I have the bigger cat, and he looks like he's going to come over and say hello, too. So if the boys are in the way, I apologize ahead of time. You know what? I need to get a drink. Hold on a second. All right, I got my drink. If you need a drink, pause the video, go grab one for yourself. I have tea with a little bit of some sort of strawberry juice in it that I just added. Yum, yum. Okay, so if you're not aware, I have been talking about the Idaho 4/Kohberger case since it started. It started right when I came back on YouTube. I used to be on YouTube, I left, and then I came back. And this is one of the first things that I was talking about. And everything I have said, you guys, has come to fruition so far. Everything that's happened and is happening are things I told you that were going to happen, or things are the way I said they are. So what I said was true. Not to pat myself on the back, but to remind you, and so you can understand, I'm here for the truth. I'm here to give you the inside scoop on things with good intentions. Because if you can watch my videos on these murder cases or celebrity news, whatever the case is, and you find me to be accurate and you find me to be true, then when I'm giving you a message from spirit, from your loved one, maybe during a reading, you're going to know that I'm true, that I'm real. This is real. This is a real thing I do. And I know it's a crazy thing. A lot of people don't tell people that they go to a psychic or that they watch a psychic or anything. I understand that. And I'm not here trying to sell myself. I'm here trying to help you. And if I have to do murder videos, then I'll do murder videos. I'll do what it takes for you to listen to me. Because it's important that you know about your loved ones on the other side. It's important that you know what's going to happen to you. It's important for you to know you're not crazy. And, mental health is a big part of my channel. And we talk about everything here. My channel is an open book channel. I'm willing to discuss whatever you guys are asking me to talk about. I've gotten a lot of requests on a ton of different missing people, a lot of different murder victims, women that have been found deceased and stuff like that all over the world. I can tune into anybody and anywhere on the planet. It doesn't have to be from my area. And I am in California. So, if you've been following the Idaho 4 case and you saw yesterday that court appearance, I can't stand the man. Bryan Kohberger. I call him Bryan Hamburger. Somebody said, well, that's rude. That's disrespectful. I don't care. I don't care that I call him Bryan Hamburger, okay? Am I being disrespectful? I don't care. I don't care what you think if I'm being disrespectful to a murderer. And I'm not going to say alleged murderer. Maybe I have to because I'm on YouTube. Maybe because I'm on YouTube, I have to tell you to don't listen to me, to not listen to me. I'm just nuts. I'm just some lady, middle-aged. What a bored housewife, whatever you want, I'm not, but whatever negative thing you want to say about me because you don't like what I'm saying, I don't care. Because I'm here for the truth. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help you get through life. I'm here to remind you about what happens when we die and all that. So I was watching the video of him in court. So they didn't play it live, but they started running the clip as soon as the courtroom was done. They started running the video of the courtroom and what happened in the courtroom. So I watched as soon as it was on YouTube. And okay, you could see Bryan Kohberger had on some sort of Kevlar vest. He had on some protection under his chest, under his clothing. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't put a helmet on him or something, because I'm telling you, there are people in that audience who want him dead. Dead. And when I was watching the live video yesterday, I was reading the comments as they were scrolling by, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, look at him, he's so scared." Okay, here's the thing. He's not scared, okay? He's not scared. A murderer, a person with the ego that Bryan Kohberger has? No. He's not scared at all. What you were seeing is a young man who's pissed off that we're wasting his time by having him be in court. Because he doesn't care that he killed those people. What you saw was a man who's very cocky and self-absorbed, and he's certain he's got everything wrapped around his finger, including his attorney, and that the case is gonna be dismissed. I know. That's crazy. You think I'm crazy? That thought is nuts. That man thinks he's going to get his case kicked out. Partly because he's been studying crime and law. Secondly, because of the attorney he has, who's had other murder cases. I always say kicked off. That's not the right word. Excused. Shut down, I don't know, whatever. Thrown out. Now he's got a second female attorney who's also had a murder case thrown out of court. That person didn't get sentenced to prison or anything. So he's very convinced in his sick head that he's good. And I know some people were saying, look at him, he's clenching his jaw, he's stressed. You have to know about human behavior. We didn't know Bryan Kohberger before this, most of us, right? But you have to look at what's called his baseline. Who is he on a day-to-day, day-in, day-out basis, with his friends, with his family? What is he like? Well, I don't know because I haven't talked to any of his friends or family, but as a psychic medium, I can tell you, spirit shows me everything we saw of him in that video was baseline. That's how he is. He does the clenching. It's part of his freaking sickness in his mind. He's not fazed by any of this other than being inconvenienced is how he feels. When I heard his voice yesterday, it just It got to me, it shook me, it reinforced what Spirit has shown me and told me about this man, and I don't like it. I can hear the evil in his voice. Audrey, you're being dramatic. Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I hear. That's what I see. That's what I feel. I feel vibrations. I feel energy. That's how I communicate with dead people and even people who are living like Bryan Kohberger for the time being he's still living. That's how I gather information. Can I prove it? Nope. Nothing I say I can prove until it happens. I said from the very beginning, the day the kids were found dead, I said, the police know who did it. They're tracking him. They know where he's at. They're watching him. They're going to wait and arrest him when the time is right. But they have eyes on him. They know where he's at. They're going to take him down. They want to gather the right evidence in the right ways to make sure the conviction and the arrest stick. I don't think people realize the amount of times cases are thrown out or evidence is thrown out because of a technicality, including paperwork not being signed properly, paperwork not being turned in by 5 o'clock. The paperwork got there at 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. And now we don't have this for this case. Such as in the Lori Vallow case. Why do you think her death row was taken off the table? Because of paperwork. It infuriates me. Do your job, you people that are in the court system, please. I don't care who it is. Do your job. Because now, there's no justice. We have all these dead people and no justice. But back to Bryan Kohberger. I watched him very carefully, and I didn't like when he would turn to the right and look at his attorney, Ann Taylor, and smile like this. And as soon as he turned back this way, what a psycho. Don't like it. And Mr. God, I've been practicing how to say this name. I don't know what my problem is. Gonzalez. I'm sorry, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm sorry. I don't know what my problem is. My brain can't read the letters of the last name. Anyway, it's Kaylee's father and mother. I watched some videos, some interviews that Mr. Gonzalez and his wife did, and they're seeking the death penalty as they should. And Mr. Gonzalez said, I don't consider justice being that Bryan Kohberger is having his vegan meals in the prison system. That's not justice. Having TV and, a tablet that he can play on or do whatever. He also said that Mr. Gonzalez said they're going to hold Bryan Kohberger accountable. You messed with the wrong kids. You messed with the wrong state. You messed with the wrong parents. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you handle stuff. You go after it. Well, Audrey, not everyone believes in the death penalty. Well, I don't care about that. These people do believe in it, and I think that is the right thing to do. And Mr. Gonzalez kind of was saying that not all the other families are talking about if they want the death penalty. Do they not want the death penalty? Like I said, the death penalty is no joke. It's no joke, especially in Idaho, being that they've possibly run out of injection fluid. So the person being put down, if you will die by fire, by guns, shooting, firing range. That's being shot by a gun. That's not really, what's the word? It's not humane. It's not humane dying by a firing squad. But I'm not concerned about humane when it comes to murderers. This wasn't a self-defense murder where someone maybe enters your home and you shoot them or whatever, or some freak accident and somebody dies. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who specifically murdered 4 people. Did you see the videos? Did you see him? Did you see his face? He doesn't care. Audrey, of course he cares. He's locked up. No, he doesn't care, because to him, he's a hero. To him, he's getting love letters. To him, he's cool. He did something. He got even with people. People like Bryan Kohberger maybe aren't aware that so many of us, me included, I was bullied. I was beat up as a kid, as a teenager. I was followed. I was harassed. I've been called names. I don't want to kill anybody. Yeah. You can't be crazy like that. It's a no-no. So there's not really too much for me to talk about on this case right now. One thing I do want to remind you that I said that is now being told, it's just now being spoken about. That is Bryan's dad and mom knew he did it. Aiding and abetting. Mr. and Mrs. Kohberger knew he did the crime. Did they bother calling the police and saying, hey, yeah, I got a son with a white Hyundai who works out there and spends time on that campus. You want to check on him? Do you think it's him? No, nothing was said. And I've told you from the beginning, these people knew. So that's starting to be gossiped about, that they knew, and they did. I can't imagine a plea deal. I think if this isn't handled right, there's going to be a riot. There's going to be a riot. And I can't say that would be a bad thing, because something has to be done. Something better has to be done when dealing with these murder cases. I hate the fact that this murderer has a voice and the 4 victims do not. Maybe they should take out his voice box. Give him one of these things in his throat, like people do that have a hole in their throat when they have cancer or something, they need to breathe. A trach. Give him a trach and have it open so no one can hear what he has to say, and the inability to handwrite or type anything. Let's take his voice away. Let's see how just things are then. Audrey, what's wrong with you? Why do you say things like that? I don't know. I'm salty. I'm just a salty person. I don't like being treated unfairly. I don't like the fact that murderers have so many rights. They have so many rights more than we have outside of being in prison, because now they're protected by the law. Makes me scream. So I don't think we are back in court with that case for a little while. I can't imagine what else we're going to talk about between now and then. Go back and watch my other videos where I'm talking about everything that Spirit showed me, including this, the letter C, the ID card. I said it first. I'm just saying, pat on my back, because I'm telling you the truth. I'm not trying to feed you any bullshit. I'm not trying to lie to you. I'm not trying to become famous over the Bryan Kohberger case. I'd like to be famous, maybe, if at all, for being a loving, caring human being trying to help you. That's, if anything, where I would like to get my fame from. Just being known of being a good person and trying to help people get through life. Life is hard. So that's all I have on that situation today. I'll probably do a live on Saturday. So I'll do a live on Saturday. You guys let me know what you want to talk about when we get there to the live. I'm open to whatever. And yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I'll see you guys real soon. Take care. Ciao.